Hello, friends. Welcome, Salem, Mason, happy home. You know, ever since the beginning of time, humans have relied on physical appearance for their very survival and the continuation of the human race, starting with most primitive human beings, where physicality would be something they would assess in potential mates for things like health and vitality and fertility. Now, the idea of a healthy, beautiful body has changed and will continuously change throughout time as people grow and evolve and become uh, become different human beings as we go along. And when the age of medicine came into existence as we know it now, uh, and individuals realized that things that we thought were okay are not okay. We're trying to improve our health. Of course, RFK Jr. is working very hard for that. But I realized that the gazillions of dollars that are spent every moment around the world for uh, for appearance and health, whether it be medical treatments with prescriptions and whatnot, or over the counter magic voodoo potions, or uh, whatever, new exercises, new workout equipment, uh, filters, to make you feel better. I realized that even things such as the workout equipment gets more technological and more improved with time so that you get a more efficient workout in a less amount of time with less harm to your body. Uh, they Even the scales in which we weigh ourselves are becoming more and more accurate with the onset of digital scales and uh, technology being what it is. But the one thing that I noticed, maybe it's just me, that nobody has ever considered to do is to improve on mirrors. Every house has mirrors. Count how many mirrors you have in your house. Maybe I've got 6 or 7 total in the house. And you're always going to look in these mirrors, but you're always going to gravitate to the mirror that gives you the best perception of how you want your body to be perceived. Some mirrors will make you look a little globby. Some mirrors, maybe the lighting in the mirror, the color is all off, or one mirror gives you a more slimmer. Even when you go to purchase a mirror, let's say college dorm, those big plastic long mirrors, or for your new apartment or something, you're purchasing mirrors. You're not going to choose one that makes you look like you're in a fun house at a carnival. You're going to choose mirrors because you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to criticize and assess yourself. And I think that mirrors need to be improved, not for altering, not like AI to make you look like you want to look, but for accuracy. Because in order to understand what what you have going on that you may or may not like, or you may or may not want to leave, and you want to improve upon, you got to have a real assessment of what that is. An example being, a beauty expert a number of years ago had made a comment that individuals should, when they want to concentrate on how their body looks in clothing, that they should look in a mirror where it's only from the neck down. Because when you put your head and your face in there, because we do put so much effort into our hair and makeup and jewelry and things, some of us do, we try, uh, it kind of takes away from the reality of what's going on below your neck. So to get an accurate, true, unbiased feel for how your body really looks to yourself and the rest of the world, look at it without your head involved. And it makes a lot of sense. And if you think about when you put makeup on in the bathroom mirror, or you shave or something in the bathroom mirror, we always hunker in and get really close, like we're trying to avoid everything from the neck down when we're working on our face and our our facial, beauty. And body positive is so important, I know. But in the wake of AI and photoshopping and filters and different things like that, it starts to get to where people are being portrayed in unnatural ways. And it's a problem because this has been a problem for a long time. I mean, there was a movement way back in the day in the 70s, I remember, where groups of people were angry about Playboy magazines and porn and stuff because they were portraying women as these unrealistic Barbie dolls, and that young girls were growing up believing that they had to achieve that goal. Models. That's when it started to become more exposed that modeling agencies were using children to be size 2 or to have more of a boy shape or, to be more fit looking, and they were trying to pass them off as adults. Britannia jean commercials, for example, with Brooke Shields in particular. So young girls and young women were coming up in the world believing that that's the expectation and that's how they had to look. And it was causing great harm to women, eating disorders and suicide and depression and all kinds of crazy stuff going on because they actually thought that that's how they were supposed to look. And in reality, they didn't. And they couldn't achieve it. And it was catastrophic. So we need to look at all things, and I think that mirrors play a very important role in our self-image and our body positive feelings toward ourselves. I would rather have an accurate image, live image of myself, so that I know what I want to improve upon, so that I can embrace and love myself as I am. But if I'm some fake AI generated image or photoshopped image, I'm not going to see the real me. And then one day you're going to walk past a mirror in someone's home or an antique shop or, Target or wherever you are, and you're going to see the real you, and you're going to panic, and you're going to have some kind of mental health episode. So I think that mirrors are completely and sorely neglected in this world of body image and body positive. And if you're going to work at things like, workout equipment and digital scales and diets and injections and all these crazy things because everybody's got to be skinny and totally buffed, you can't know where to begin with your health journey and your body improvement journey until you know what it is that you need to work on. And if your mirrors are only mirrors that you've chosen that are friendly to your figure, that give you a slimmer figure or a taller figure or whatever you're looking for, then you're not working from the real material in front of you. So I think somebody needs to go there. Nikon, perhaps. Nikon comes to mind for camera lenses and different things. The companies that make eyeglass lenses, they have to be exact and perfect and precise. Why don't you get in the mirror business? Make accurate mirrors. Now, it's going to be painful. There's going to be people that are going to be like, oh God, no, I ain't looking at that. But we have to understand that we are who we are in that moment because of the life that we've lived. The stretch marks, the scars, the flabby parts, the saggy parts. This is all not aging, not that we're aging poorly, it's because we've lived fully. And you can embrace and appreciate that, while at the same time looking at it and saying, well, the doctor does say I have prediabetes. They don't. I'm just saying, if you were told by your doctor that you had prediabetes, for example, and you knew you had a lot of visceral fat, meaning your ab there, and you knew that you needed to start, working out and kind of getting rid of that and figuring out a way. If you hear that from your doctor and you get offended or you get upset or you don't want to admit it, and then you go home and you look at your favorite mirror and you're going, well, it's not as bad as he said it was. Fuck him, I mean, we all go through that psychological up and down. But if the mirror is accurate, you can respect the image. You can respect the mirror. And I think that it's high time that all of these weight loss, body image, body positive, workout gurus and, workout machine and diet people, I think it's time that they get together and create accurate mirrors. Not altered, but accurate. Because in order to get to a place of peace with your body and your health, you have to know where to start. And if you are looking through a phony lens, a photoshopped AI phony lens, you're not seeing the real you, and you're not seeing the real part of you that needs the work. And until you reach your goal, whatever you see in that mirror, you love like this is your last minute on earth, and that you are the only person here. Love yourself, embrace yourself, respect yourself, appreciate those scars, appreciate that cellulite, appreciate those stretch marks, because they are milestones in a life lived fully. There is no shame. None. But we are not doing ourselves any service by hiding behind fake and phony images. It's only exacerbating an already perilous subject, and that being body image, weight loss, and health. And look in that mirror today and love yourself as you are. And say, I love you as you are, but that belly's got to go, so we're going to work on that. But until then, it's mine. I got it for a reason, and I love myself as I am today. And until next time, do good and be good.